So very good morning to all of you. How are you all? Fine? Okay. So last time we were discussing about arrays, right? We discussed what is array is. We discussed about various points on array, and we discussed how we declare an array and how to initialize an array. We've seen so many points, and the last topic which we have discussed was how to access those elements which we have entered those elements in an array, right? So now quickly we have revised all the topics which we have discussed previously. Now let's see how we access those elements which we have previously entered into an array, right? Now what is access? Means to get those elements which we have entered in an array structure, right? Array is what? Array is one of the data structure in which we have entered those elements, right? Now access array elements is we can access any element of an array. If this is an array and we have entered any element inside these arrays, that's it. Okay. Now let's see if we have entered 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, right? Let's suppose these are the elements which we have entered to this array. Now, how to get these elements, means how to have these elements, is known as accessing array elements, right? You can access any element of an array in C using the array subscriptor operator. With what operator? Subscriptor operator. Means writing, this is, if we write 2, means this is the index value and this is the subscription notification by which we can get the element situated or entered at that particular index, means position. So according to this is subscription 0, this is 1 and this is 2. Now at the subscription 2, we will get what element? 4th element. So at this subscription, we will get the 4th element. Alright. Okay. So one thing to note is that the indexing in the array always starts with 0. This we all know. This is very well understood point, which we have also learned in a very basic day on the day which we have started this array. That is, the first element is index 2 and the last element is at nth position. Okay, where n is the number of element in an array. Alright, understood? Now let's move further. Example, this will see how to access elements with the help of code. What we have to write inside the code in order to access those elements, right? Example of accessing array elements using array subscriptor operator. So in a program, what you need to write, this you want to include stdio.h, main, right? Now declaration of an array, initialization. This is what we have initialized an array and now we are declaring this array with the elements of these. This is what? 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4th. These are the indexes, right? And these are the elements. Alright. So how the array will form? In this way, the array will form, let's say 15, 25, 35, 45 and 55. Right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? In this way, the array will take place in a structure and in this way, the elements will be entered. Now, in order to access the elements at the index 2nd or at the 3rd position, what we have to write inside the print statement, printf element at array, means the name of this array is, right? And what is it type? What is its type? It is integer type, right? Now printf element at array 2, right? %d because of integer %d, and then the comma array name at index. This is what? Subscription, which I told you in a previous slide, right? Now in order to access other element of third position, again we have to write this and this, the subscription 4. Okay, and at the 0 you can access any element, means any element of an array with the help of this statement printf, right? Now element at the array subscription 0, this. So what will be the output at array 2 and array 4 and array 0? Array 0 will give 15, means position at 0, right? Now fourth, what? 55. And what will be the array 2? Yes, 0, 1, 2, 35. Alright, this will be the output of an array, and this is known as accessing of the elements inside an array, right? See, this will be the output. Okay, now next is updating array. Update an array element. Update is what? Means some element you have entered at certain position, right? Then now you want to alter that element, or you want to update that element. What is that? Means let's suppose this is an array 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the elements, let's say some elements you have entered 2, 6, 100, 9. Right? Now you want to alter or change or modify or update an element at particular position. Let's suppose you want to change the element at position 2, right? Means you want to make it 10 rather than 100. By mistake you have entered 100, or by any of other reason you want to update an element. Well, in that case what you need to do, in this case you will write, let's suppose this is the name of an array. In this case you will write the array name and the position, and you will assign the new value. How? Let's see. Let's suppose this is the name of an array. Then at the position, what is the position of this? 2, right? Now in this case you want to update it with 10. What you will going to write? 10. So this is the name of an array. Okay, array name. Subscription means at which position you want to change, and the value which you want to enter. New value. This is what? New value. This is known as update. Got it? Let's see. Now this is traversal. Traversal is a process in which we visit every element of the data structure, means of the array. For C, array traversal, we use loops to iterate through every element of an array. Means if you want to visit every element of an array, right, what you need to do? You cannot visit, let's suppose if you want to print, then you need to print, you have to write each and every statement. And now just now you can see that there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements are there, and maybe you have to write only 1 statement or 5 statements to print these elements. But what if in the case of thousands of elements are there, lakhs of elements are there? Well, in that case you use loops. Okay, loops to visit every element of an array, right? How? Let's see. Let's suppose this is the statement for int I is equals to 0, means the index first position is 0, we all know very well. Then in case of sizes means the last position, means nth position. Till there we have to visit that particular element. Okay, now I plus plus and array of I, means if we write here I means 0, then second position, then 4, 8, 2, 12 and 16. Okay, now if you want to print also, you have visited, now you want them to print also on the screen, then in that case also you can use this same statement with the help of printing statement of an array, right? Now let's see how to use array, how The program following demonstrate how to use an array in a C programming languages. Right, now let's see. Declaration, initialization, you all people know. Let's modify an element as array 2. I told you how to modify it earlier also. Let's suppose this is an array with the 5 elements and this is at array 2. You want to put it at 100. Okay. Now elements are there, print elements, and this is the elements and these. Okay. In this way you can modify, but with the help of this you can visit every. I told you with you. In order to visit or you want to display every element, you can use print statement. Right? Although these are 5 elements are there and this. Now if you want to see, if you want to see the original elements, then without using this modify statement, you just print this statement. Print this, and after modifying, then you can print again with the help of loop only. Alright. Now see. You can see the modify element is 100, which we have modified in position second. Okay. Now, types of array in C. There are 2 types of array in our C. Okay. Which one is 1D array, which we all are learning from the beginning of our lecture. 1D array. Okay. This is 1D. Now, what is multi-dimensional array? Maybe of 2D, 3D, and so on. And 2D is what? Rows into columns, right? Means in a matrix format. Some kind of M into N means rows or columns. Okay, now one-dimensional array we also are known as a 1D array. In a C, those arrays have only one dimension, right? And we all know how to write, okay, with the array name and the size. Got it? Now let's see and move to 1D array, and you all know how to program to use to 1D array, right? Array declaration, initialization, printing of the array, final, and the output of an array. You can see. Any doubt and confusion? Because every step from the initialization till the accessing and printing those elements we have learned in our previous lectures or in the previous slides. So I think the confusion is now, there is no more confusion. Now let's move to 2D. Also, you can print the characters also in our array, right? By using the, what you are going to use? Char. Earlier what we were using int, but with the help of the character keyword, means char keyword, we can print the character also. Right? Now this is the array. 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 means 6 elements. And why 6? And this is also takes the place, and this is known as terminal. Means it is known by the character string that here the string ends, and this is also takes place. Means if you make an array with G, E, E, K, S, and then this also. This indicates here the string ends, and this will going to print at the screen. Okay, while array I, they have taken the help of while loop also you can use, and see I++ in returns. Clear? Just what you need to do, here you have earlier what you were using, D for the integer, and now here cat. See, this you all know, I guess. Okay, need not to say, but again I am repeating here for those who are not able to understand. They can understand it now. D, D for integer, and now C for character. Okay. Now, program to sum even and odd elements in an array. What is sum of odd and even? Sum of odd and even means the elements which are at the event position, means 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. Their sum will be at sum up. Okay? Means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Well, in this case, these numbers will be high. And these numbers and so on. Okay, sum of these numbers will be generated as even, and sum of these numbers will be generated as odd elements. Means the numbers which are placed at odd position, the sum will be generated, and the elements which are placed at the even position, the sum will be generated. How? Let's see with the help of the program. Now, int 15 sum, enter the numbers, you will scan it. Okay, enter the element, scan. How will check? Now, the logic behind how to check the even position or the odd position with the help of this modulus operator. This is important here. With the help of this only you can check what positions are even and what positions are odd. Okay, you know that I will going to take the position. Now let's say 2, second position is there, the modulus will be 2, and if it comes equals to 0, then that particular number will be added to the sum of even, and again the loop will go on. With the help of this loop, it will trace all the elements till the end and see what are the positions where we are getting is equals to 0. Only those numbers will be picked up and add here. Else, whose positions are whose equals is not equals to 0. Okay, not equals to 0. Well, in that case, we'll do this odd. Okay, got it? Any confusion? So main is this function. We'll check this. Now print elements. Printf a of I, print sum of odd elements is sum odd will be printed, and sum of even, sum even will be printed. Now first enter the elements. 4 elements are entered. Okay, enter the elements in an array. So what are the elements in array? If we talk about this only, then 0 means 5, 7, 2 and 6. 1, 2 and 3. So 4 elements are there. Now sum of odd is what? 1 and 3. 7 and 6 is array is there, already there, means there is a array which is already been created by you. Let's suppose this is an array 2, 6, 7 and 8. Now you want to insert one element inside. Let's say that will depend upon the user where you want to insert at this location also, at this location also, or at in between this also. Means at any location the user wherever he wants to enter the number, he or she can enter. But what is the logic behind it? Means how to write a code to enter that particular element. Now you know that array is a straight structure where the elements are continuous. Their sequence is very continuous. Now in order to disturb that sequence, or means you want to enter in between, what you have to do? If you want to enter an element in between, means if you want to enter here, then also what you need to do, all the array will be shifted to, all array will have to be shifted to at +1 size. Okay, and if you want to enter here, then also it's very easy. You have to just create a position and then you will enter. Okay, now what if you want to enter it in between? Well, in that case, in this case, if you want to enter here, now 2 and 6 will be remain as it is, but after this 7 and 6 have to, here the space will be created and 2 more elements will be created, space will be created here, 7 and 8. Means plus 1 position you have to create first you have to create 1 position, means a space you need to create, and then all the elements before where you want to enter that particular element which you want to enter, that after those all those elements you need to shift to 1 plus 1 position. Okay, means if this is an array 2, 6, 8 and 9, let's suppose 0, 1, 2 and 3, then if you want to enter here, means at after the 1 position, then 2 and 6 will remain as such, there will be no disturbance. But what after that, you have to create an array. Okay, then 8 will be shifted here, 9 will be here, and that particular position, like suppose you want to enter 0, then 0 will be entered here. Okay, now how? Let's see. This you all know, but let's revise it. Enter 20 elements, location, position, enter the number of elements, scan, then you have entered the number, then scan, then elements before insertion. Means before insertion what were the elements, then you want, if you want to display those, then you can display so that you can have the look on that particular element which is now will be inserted. Now enter the location and the value of the element you want to insert. Means you have to enter that particular location where you want to enter that particular element, and the value, that particular value which you want to enter. Means location also. Let's suppose this was the, what was the location of this 0 was, let's say the name of the array is, and name of the array is array, then position will be 2 and number will be 0. Okay, now scanf, number and location, means you have to location you have to give and the number which you want to enter. Now location will be position. What will be the position? Position will be location minus 1, because the elements, because you know that array is starting from where, 0th position, the index is 0, that's why the location will be minus 1. Okay, remember this, because we are starting with 0, that's why will be minus 1. Now for n is minus 1, now we will go from last, n minus 1 means if this, then we need to access this, and let's suppose the size of an array is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then what you have to do, array will be from, because you have to shift from, not from here, from 0, from here. So n minus 1 position, I is greater than position, because obviously the position will be greater than I, because you need to insert the element inside that array. Then this I, then I minus minus. Okay, because it's starting from last. Then AI plus 1. Okay, then the array will be created, I and plus 1. Okay, now what happened with the help of this? This, a position is created, means a space is created. Now at that particular position where you have entered, where you have created that place, in that particular position you will create a number, you will insert that number, means a of position, then you will enter that particular number. Printf, then printf, after the insertion, then you can print the element, and you can have the look at what position you have entered that element. So in order to input in any particular element, what you have to do, you have to first create a space. If it is in front also, then also you have to shift whole array to 1 position if you're inserting 1 element. And if you're entering at the last, then also you have to create a 1 position first with the help of this. And if it is in between, then you need not to shift whole array. What you have to do, wherever you are inserting any element, from that position you have to shift all the elements to 1 position, and then you can, with the help of this, you have created 1 space there, and in that particular space you will enter that element which you want to enter. Okay, Now let's even more how to delete an element. How you will going to delete an element means same. If this is an array 2, 3, 4 and 6, and if you want to delete a particular element, let's suppose this element you want to delete, okay, then what you have to do, first you will pick this element. Pick means you need not to pick, just you have to give the position, means let's go 0, 1, 2, 3, then array first position. I want to delete this number. Means first position you want to delete, then what you will do, space will be created, number will be deleted, and then you will shift all the elements to one position, means -1. See, -1. That particular element will be deleted. Again same, the number of elements here, till here the programming is same. Enter the element, scan I, enter the element before deletion you have entered. Now enter the location is 1, and of the element you want to delete, then scan up that you have to pick that location. Location is greater than 1 क्योंकि 1 से greater है which you have entered, and n से minus है means n से कम है, then in that case I is locations, and then ith location is less than n, and then so on, and in this way with the help of this you will do the deletion. This we will see in our next lecture. Okay, till here I think sufficient. Go and learn about how to insert, how to delete, how to access the array elements, how to update an array. Okay, and from next lecture we'll learn about purely from multidimensional array. Okay, thank you class.